What a hard day of work. I've done my workout, and now it's come to... I've done my workout, and now it's time to settle down and get some video stuff done. Oh my goodness! I'm not doing this again. Guys, I know it's been a while since I've been PVZ news, okay? I am the news. I am PVZ news, okay? I am the news. It's been a minute since I've come on here to speak about what's been going on with Sweet 16 and Popcap and PVZ and stuff. I know I'm not doing my job very well as the PVZ news guy. I know the outfit doesn't sell it right now. What the fuck? I am the news. And since I am the PVZ news guy, it is my job to tell you what's going on. Guys, look at this. What the hell is this? As you can see on my screen right now, Popcap has updated the little slideshow road trip thingy-mabob with some new images, right? And this is very interesting. The reason I decided to make a video today, in comparison to a few days back, there's not a lot been going on, really. If we check out the PVZ Twitter account quickly, let me quickly pull it up here. The last video's been pretty stale. We've had, a few fan art shout-outs. We've had a giveaway, which I have entered myself. Popcap, if you want to slide me a jacket, that would be nice. They've done giveaways. They've done sunflower golf. I don't know what the shit that is. This image is cool in particular. I like how goofy and Disney walnut looks for some reason. But today they've dropped something especially really interesting. I wanted to show you guys really quickly. We already know that with the whole concept of this PVZ road trip is that they're going to go around different worlds and stuff, you know, visit countries like Rome and Francia and España. But interestingly, in this post they put out today, a minute ago, it says gladiator by day, ninja by night. Pea Shooter's on a world tour of whipping zombies. Where should Pea Shooter battle next? And on the image, we see him in some sort of Rome location. He's adorning some Roman garments and taking down all the zombies. Interestingly enough, though, someone did reply. That's a gas station. Someone did reply to this image with the Colosseum from Garden Warfare 2. That is very interesting. I will like to note that, you know, Rome is just Rome. You can't really get that mixed up. It might just be Rome. And I would agree with you if it weren't for the next image they attached straight after, being this image, right? This image, there's no caption, just Pea Shooter with no plant pot shooting a flower zombie. And the background, as pointed out by Clavancore here, Garden Warfare 3 confirmed with an image of the Asia map from Garden Warfare 2. I can't remember the name of it. It's something to do with, like, Chinese architecture. You know what map I'm talking about. I'll throw it up on the screen. But this is interesting to me, right? I know a lot of people are saying Garden Warfare. It's Garden Warfare. Gotta be Garden Warfare. But I'm not too convinced. My main problem with that is that the concept art shows Pea Shooter in a plant pot. And, you know, if you've played Garden Warfare, his ass ain't in no fucking plant pot. Despite all that, it is very interesting. You know, we've had Rome and also the China map. I should really just figure out what that map is called. Zen Peak. It's Zen Peak. That's what, Zen Peak, guys. Obviously inspired by Zen Peak with, like, the Chinese architecture. And it does look very reminiscent of it. You know, you've got the arches literally right behind him. Cherry blossom trees. You can see it a bit there. I'm pretty convinced. Does this confirm anything? No, not necessarily. However, I do want to catch up on a few things you may have missed out in the last few days that have come out, including PVZ releasing a new video on their channel, right? Last time I updated you guys, they updated their banner, they updated their profile picture, but after 5 years, they decided to make a whole new video? That's gotta mean something. Releasing a video to your channel where you only do promotional material for, like, updates and trailers, you don't just put a promotional video up there. 16 is a very strange year just to promote a video about PVZ. That's announcing something. The video doesn't actually go into anything interesting you'd want to hear about. You know, it's just like you more nostalgic going over everything we may have seen before. We've got Dave and we've got Garden Warfare, which is interesting to point out. You know, they even acknowledge the Heroes team, which is really sick. I like to see Heroes recognition. Battle for Neighborville's even in there. Do they mention PVZ 3? No. Does that mean anything? Probably not. They are releasing it later this month. I'm pretty sure that's a guarantee. We also get a really cool note remade from PVZ 1. No one's really pointed this out. I thought it was just kind of cool to mention. They remade the PVZ 1 note in the PVZ 3 art style. Kind of really cool. Regardless, there's not much to go off after this. It kind of ends. However, in the comments section, you know, me being me and everything, you know what I'm saying? I had to leave a comment. And left the comment I did. I decided to leave a comment saying, if I can find it. There it is. Okay, I thought they deleted it for a second. I thought I was on bad terms with Popcap for a second. Please like me. As you can see, I left a comment saying, I'm begging you guys. Let me zoom in. I'm begging you guys. Please tell me there's a new game. And they responded. aura. They responded to my comment saying... What did they say? They said you'll have to wait and see. Big things are blooming. Is that much to go off? No. Does that give me some hope? Yes. Obviously, it's kind of easy to answer that question when I've just phrased it as a new game and you've got PvZ3 right around the corner. My bad. I will like to mention that not only my comment is a point of interest here, I've gone out of my way and researched all across social media, all of the Twitter replies and the Instagram replies, and boy oh boy, I bet you're interested in what I found. Another thing too, some people were saying all this concept art and all this cool art is just AI. You're wrong. A lot of people were very adamant that this was AI. You know who you are. But Popcap themselves announced this and said, have a look at this, guys. This is... oh... it's just white. Someone asked in the comments, who is the artist of these illustrations? They're stunning. And Popcap official replied, sorry, PvZ official replied, we worked with a couple concept artists and illustrators who have had fun playing with the art to bring some fun to our fans. Not only does that confirm that it's not AI, so stop calling it AI, but interestingly, they've said concept artists. What could that mean? Concept leads to a project which gets a release to something. Why would you get your concept artists to make some art for the game that doesn't lead anywhere? Especially when you're making posts like this, teasing the Roam and Pea Shooter Roam killing zombies, and Pea Shooter wearing the Fortnite skin mask, shooting a flower zombie, which I'm still torn up about. What does that mean? Flower zombie? It's almost like one of the Garden Warfare 2 spawnable guys. Like, it's a very interesting costume there. This is a lot of work to make your concept artists do for nothing. You know what I mean? You know, you're having fun, teasing some stuff, he's traveling around the world. This has to lead to something. One thing I will point out is obviously PvZ road trip, you know, they're going around the globe, and from what I've seen in PvZ3 China, it's looking like you are, you know, in a caravan, Penny, you're going through the different levels slash worlds, traveling around the world. So it's like, it's more looking towards, it's aiming, you know, PvZ3. You know, they've kind of redone the story. You're not at that weird homescape land anymore. Gardenscape clone bullshit. And it looks like now we're going around the world in different areas, and it might be teasing that, just PvZ3. And if it is just that, at least we have an answer. Regardless, though, I thought this was very interesting to bring up, and, you know, just the fact that Garden Warfare connections are very interesting. I did see that there was a newsletter that came out recently, an official PvZ newsletter, and if you read the little information that says on the newsletter, it says it's for Garden Warfare. I don't know if that's outdated. Probably is. I don't think that means much. It's just, I find it interesting how there's an official newsletter now, and it says it's the Garden Warfare 2 newsletter. Very interesting. Probably doesn't mean much, but weird choice of wording. You would have thought they would at least remake the newsletter sort of layout if you're making it for new people, you know what I mean? Why would you use an old concept newsletter when you could just rewrite a new one in 20 minutes? Like, I feel like that was deliberate. I doubt they would be lazy just to shove an old newsletter to people. Like, it's the same one from 2016. I don't think that's the case, but I might be wrong. It might just be an old one and they've reused the Garden Warfare text. Regardless, I still think that's interesting to bring up. Apart from this little teaser though with Flower Zombie and, you know, Pea Shoot out of his pot, not a lot other than this has been announced in the last few days. Obviously the giveaway got announced, but apart from this, guys, this is all we're working with. I will admit I was worried about May 9th. Some of you did believe me something would happen. That is completely my bad. Obviously it was referencing May 2009, the day and month and year the game actually released. You can't blame me though, you know, May 9th, you just put that in your profile picture. It's looking like a date, and nothing ended up dropping on May 9th. However, these few pieces have come out the days following, which I do find interesting. However, that's pretty much everything that's been happening in the last few days, considering PvZ. Do we have much to go off? No. This new concept art is very interesting, though. It's not AI. Stop calling it AI. And I'm just really happy we're getting something to go off, you know? I don't know where this will go. Will it just be PvZ3? Maybe. But, you know, the fact they replied to me personally, and also said some people, you know, the concept artists worked on this, I think there could be something more. There could be something more. You know, they did a giveaway recently with the PvZ jackets. Still mad I can't just buy that, but, you know, fair is fair, I guess. And yeah, you know, let me know what you guys think. Do you think there's something bigger happening here with the concept art? Is this leading towards maybe Garden Warfare 3 with the maps being teased? Or is it just all nothing? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm PvZ News. I've been PvZ News, and I'll see you in the next few days when something big gets announced, I guess. I don't know.